Nikki Cross. Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm a singer.
Hi, my name is Caitlin, and I'm a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back for a very exciting comeback reaction, and we'll be reacting to one of the members of the Woollim family, Drippin'.
Yes, so Drippin' is back today with their latest release called Zero. And obviously we have watched the teasers in advance, so we kind of know what to expect with this. So, that being said, let us go! So yeah, the intro is the same as the last time. Very intense.
I'm so excited! This just makes me think of like binary code.
Oh. It's like, what are those facility things? Very cool. Oh!
When in the teasers, I just kept thinking he suits this concept so well, like the way he's styled. He looks so, like, dark.
Angry at the world.
Yeah.
Looks like that. Which, I mean, makes sense if they're stuck in a facility. Oh! I'm assuming that this is connected to the last music video, so is this like a... I feel like it's like a prequel to the last one?
I don't know how it's connected, but I agree it's connected.
You could see like the small references. Ah, yes,
see,
coding.
Binary code!
No, yeah.
Rap stars.
Oh!
Oh!
What? Also, everyone suddenly like... What? Oh, beat change. I like how it switched.
I really like the chorus.
The opening line.
I like
that's
that
so no, but that's fun because the up versus down, yeah. How it switches. Oh. What? Oh. What?
Heavy dance break. Heavy.
This is like fake horns.
What's the...
What? Oh. What is that instrument in the background? It's like ding, ding, ding. Oh! Flashback? Were they raised in the facility?
Poor baby. I remember that.
Oh.
Destroy everything.
So aggressive. Oh! Yeah. Yeah. Yes, burn it all to the ground.
Yes!
Oh, sirens, yeah. Oh, it's like a dystopian world. Okay, so now it is time for comments. Peyton, how would you like to start us off?
They did such a good job! I think you can tell from our reaction that we were both enjoying this like the whole time, but I think that this style is so good on them, and they've like been doing such a good job since like Villain, and like now with the continuation of it, wherever it lands in the storyline, probably a prequel like you were saying. Wow, I liked it so much.
Same, but like onto reasons why we liked it. I mean, I think it is like a jarring contrast because even though concept-wise it seems like a continuation, same storyline as Villain, the music was still like funkier, kind of playful, but then this one was just like aggression. I'm angry at the world, and you get that right from the start with like the really intense electric guitar that is there throughout the rest of the song as well. Mainly in the chorus though, because it gets like really angry. I don't know, that's just the word that keeps just popping up in my head in the choruses.
Yeah, no, you feel that in the dance as well. The switch that you were just describing from Villain to this, where like it is still a jarring contrast even though the stories are connected, because Villain, we talked a lot about like how it was a funkier dance and things like that. This is very like heavy, punchy, aggressive. You get that sort of like domineering, like we're coming after you feeling from it in the choruses especially. But I'm just thinking about all of the like punching forward moves and how every movement they were doing, like there's a lot of opening of like their arms, of their legs, things like that, but every single time it's done, even when it's repeated, is done with the same amount of energy. What you would typically expect is the first one would have the most energy, and then after that it would sort of wane out, just because when you repeat a movement it gets harder to put the same amount of energy into something. But every single time they do a movement, it's started with the same amount of attack, which makes every movement one like stand apart from the others, but then also that feeling just like builds and builds until it's like you're sort of overwhelmed by it. It's a really nice effect.
I mean, obviously, like I was saying, the song is very intense, but not like overwhelming, surprisingly, despite like the punchiness that you were mentioning, because like we were saying, electric guitar, there's also like punchy percussion hits. But I think the reason why it's not like so overwhelming is because there's still the pullback moments, like when you would expect in like the pre-choruses, where it becomes more gentle, but it's not so much that it like takes away from the continuity of the song. It's just like a slight relief from the really intense moments. That being said though, like the song I really enjoyed because it has like those slight detail variations in repeated sections that make it more interesting. I feel like you could see us react to a lot of them. Like I mentioned, like the beat change that happens, and it just makes it that much more interesting. And they have other moments where like there'll be a beat change for the second half of a section.
I want to talk about the first line in the chorus. One, I just love the up and down lines. I think those are my favorite parts of the song. But I think in the dance, it's really interesting because, like, kind of going against my previous comment where I said it is a jarring contrast to the dance style of Villain, I think those moments actually are a little bit of like a connecting thread, which makes sense since obviously the concepts are connecting. But the movements that they're doing there are more funky rather than punchy like the rest of the dance. So I'm thinking about the down one specifically and how it's the hands down, but like with the body rolls that are slightly off-centered. That's a funkier movement that is more similar to Villain. And so I really enjoyed those moments. Sort of like moments of relief.
I mean, I also liked the up and down moments too. I was trying to figure out how to transition into it, but I couldn't figure out how, so thank you for transitioning into it. Because melodically, it's repeated, that phrase, except like the up goes up in pitch, and then the down goes down in pitch. I don't know, it's just like small details like that, like slight changes that, like I said, make it more interesting and more engaging. But last thing that I will say from my comments is I also kept trying to think like, okay, so how does this fit into like the Woollim electronic like synthy sound? And this is very different from like the Drippin' version of that sound that we were first introduced to in their first few releases that they did. This one, they're like verging more into the darker, deeper side. So it's interesting to see the transition as they're changing concepts as well.
I mean, the Woollim dance style carries through very easily regardless of concept, so I feel like I don't really have to talk about it. But like, yeah, they're definitely very synchronized, and I think it's more obvious in a concept like this where everything is so like punchy and so like the movements are so separated. But yeah, I just really like this concept on them. We didn't catch it on camera, but as soon as the reaction stopped, the first thing I said to Anna was, oh, the babies did so good! And that's just kind of how I feel about this whole concept.
But we are going to wrap up here. So TLDR for this reaction is, first of all, congratulations to Drippin on their latest release, Zero. As they transition and grow into this new style and sound, it's great to see the growth, but also we are intrigued to see how the storyline that seems to be developing is going to work out, and we are excited to see the promotions and live stages for this comeback.
That being said, if you also are excited to see this concept change and this growth, and you want to talk more about Drippin, this comeback, anything really, come find us on our socials linked in the cards. And as always, if you enjoyed this reaction video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!
Bye!